Imagine a dogfight over the Black Sea. Two jets close in at supersonic speeds, missiles armed, pilots pulling high G turns to survive. But in this fight, one of the jets has no pilot at all. Instead, an artificial intelligence brain is flying, calculating moves faster than any human could. That aircraft is Turkey's Kizilelma, the Red Apple, an AI-powered fighter drone designed not just to scout or strike, but to dominate the skies in combat. For decades, dogfights have symbolized human skill and bravery. The best pilots became legends. Now, Turkey is betting that machines will replace them, and if Kizilelma works as promised, it could rewrite the future of aerial warfare. So what exactly is Kizilelma? Developed by Baykar, the same company behind the famous Bayraktar TB2 drones, Kizilelma is Turkey's first stealth, jet-powered unmanned combat aerial vehicle, or UCAV. Unlike propeller-driven drones that fly slowly and strike ground targets, Kizilelma is built for speed, stealth, and air-to-air combat. It's designed to fly alongside, or even replace, manned fighter jets. The prototype first flew in late 2022, and since then, Turkey has been rapidly advancing the program. By 2025, test flights show it maneuvering at high speeds, carrying missiles, and even attempting mock dogfights. But what makes Kizilelma special isn't just its hardware, it's the artificial intelligence guiding it. Traditional drones require constant operator input. They're piloted remotely, vulnerable to jamming, and limited by human reflexes. Kizilelma is different. Its AI can process radar data, track multiple enemy aircraft, and make split-second maneuvers on its own. Picture this: in a dogfight, milliseconds decide life and death. A human pilot has to process visual cues, radar warnings, and muscle movements before reacting. Kizilelma's AI does all of that in microseconds. It doesn't black out from G-forces, it doesn't panic. It just calculates the most efficient path to victory. But Turkey isn't just building a single drone, it's building an ecosystem. Kizilelma is designed to work alongside Turkey's future TFX stealth fighter, as well as NATO aircraft. In this loyal wingman role, it can fly ahead of manned jets, drawing enemy fire, providing targeting data, or launching missiles. The vision is clear: a swarm of Kizilelmas fighting side by side with pilots, multiplying combat power while reducing risk to human lives. And here's the kicker: it's designed to operate from aircraft carriers. With Turkey's new amphibious assault ship Anadolu being converted to carry drones, Kizilelma could launch from the sea, extending its reach far beyond Turkish airspace. So why does this matter? Because air dominance has always been the key to modern warfare. The US relies on its F-35 stealth fighters. China is building swarms of J-20s. Russia has its Su-57s. But all of these programs are limited by one thing: pilots, training, safety, fatigue. Kizilelma sidesteps that problem entirely. If Turkey can mass-produce these AI fighters, it could field an air force that doesn't sleep, doesn't need training, and doesn't fear death. That's a game-changer not just for Turkey, but for every nation watching. And make no mistake, others are watching. NATO allies see Kizilelma as proof that even mid-sized powers can leap ahead in drone warfare. China has already tested AI fighters of its own. The US is experimenting with the XQ-58 Valkyrie and Skyborg program. But Turkey has the advantage of combat experience. Its TB2 drones have already shaped wars in Libya, Syria, and Ukraine. Now, with Kizilelma, Ankara aims to take the fight into the skies. Russia, meanwhile, is deeply concerned. The Black Sea has already become a testing ground for drones. A swarm of AI-controlled fighters there could tip the balance in Turkey's favor, complicating Moscow's operations in Ukraine and beyond. But the rise of AI dogfighters raises hard questions. In a traditional dogfight, pilots make judgment calls, whether to pursue, disengage, or hold fire. Machines don't hesitate. Once programmed, an AI fighter may prioritize efficiency above caution. That could mean escalating encounters into lethal exchanges faster than humans intend. Imagine a Turkish AI fighter facing a Russian jet. The AI calculates that firing now ensures survival. A missile launches. Suddenly, a regional standoff explodes into war. Not because a general ordered it, but because an algorithm decided it was the optimal move. This is the nightmare analysts fear: machines making life and death calls at the speed of data. And it's not just about missiles. Kizilelma could also play a huge role in electronic warfare. With onboard AI, it can jam enemy radars, confuse targeting systems, or even act as a decoy. Combined with swarms, it becomes a force multiplier. Picture 10, Kizilelmas saturating enemy air defenses, overwhelming them until human pilots arrive. Suddenly, defenses worth billions are neutralized by a handful of drones built for a fraction of the cost. This is asymmetric warfare in the skies, cheap, intelligent machines against expensive, vulnerable human platforms. But there's a catch. Building AI dogfighters isn't easy. The algorithms must be tested in millions of simulated scenarios. They must learn not just how to win, but how to avoid friendly fire, collateral damage, or escalation. And no matter how good the AI, adversaries will develop counters, hacking, jamming, or even deploying their own AI fighters. It's an arms race in code as much as in hardware. And Turkey is racing fast. With Baykar at the helm, backed by state funding and global drone sales, Ankara sees Kizilelma not just as a weapon, but as a symbol of independence. No longer reliant on US or European jets, Turkey is carving its own path. That makes Kizilelma both a military tool and a political statement. The future of aerial combat may not be decided by F-35s or Su-57s, but by fleets of AI fighters like Kizilelma. Battles once fought by aces could be decided by algorithms, running calculations too fast for humans to follow. And here's the question. When machines fight machines, where do humans fit in? Let's imagine a scenario. It's 2027. A NATO exercise turns hot in the Mediterranean. Greek and Turkish forces clash in the air. Normally, this would be limited to warning shots and evasive maneuvers. But Kizilelma drones are in the mix. One miscalculation by AI, one over-aggressive maneuver, and missiles could fly. A crisis spirals into war, not because leaders wanted it, but because AI dogfighters acted faster than diplomacy. This isn't just science fiction. It's the risk every military must weigh as they hand over more decisions to machines. So what should we take away? Kizilelma is more than just another drone. It's a vision of the future, air combat without pilots. Dogfights where survival depends not on human reflexes, but on the intelligence of code. And in this new era, nations that master AI won't just dominate the skies, they may control the outcome of wars. Let me leave you with this. For a century, pilots have been the heroes of air power. From Spitfires over Britain to F-16s over Iraq, humans defined the battle for the skies. But Kizilelma asks a haunting question. Are pilots becoming obsolete? Because if AI fighters can outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast humans, the age of the ace may be over. And the next great dogfights might not be stories of human courage at all, but of machines chasing one another through the clouds, writing a new algorithmic history of war.